Hi, dear language learners. Now, here's the thing. You might be completely losing your time, wasting your time, self-sabotaging your fluency in your next language by storing information you're learning in the wrong way in your brain. This is actually really important. The more I think about this and the more I talk to my clients, my students about this, the more it gets obvious it is actually the way in which we store information in our brain and in which it can be retrieved easily is the secret to faster fluency. So if your objective is to speak in a new language, to become fluent, to intuitively know which phrases to say, change these things I'm going to share in this video because I realized this is what also held me back for so many years. When I learned English, I was not speaking, I was just studying. So what I want to share today is 3 questions that you can ask yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes that you're studying something, that will completely allow your brain to associate what you're studying to a social situation. Let me also give you an example of some of my clients. Just the day before yesterday, some of my dear clients came to me and said, but Alex, we're doing the 5 minutes, but it just won't stick. I read a sentence every day, but the next day it's gone. I can't memorize it and I feel so bogged down and my days are so busy. What can I do? And this is exactly the thing I want to share. Use these 3 questions to allow your brain, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to switch from storing the information for just absorbing information or storing information for memory to social situations. Because if you want to get fluent, your objective should be to store information in such a way that it can be retrieved easily for social situations. So the focus is on interaction and less on information accumulation, if you know what I mean. So here are 3 questions. And I always forget this. Sorry. I wanted to say, if you haven't yet, download your copy of 7 Steps to Fluency, Everyday Nano. This is my online guide. And for every comment you drop this week, and we're running up to Christmas, so I'm doing this on purpose to share with you these hacks that are really useful. For every comment that you drop, you will get a free copy. So please take advantage. It's something that I really want to share. I'm passionate about sharing this. So I'm happy to give you this knowledge. Okay, so number 1, if you have set aside in your new fun studying rhythm and routine, and please also watch the video I've done on installing a fun routine to learn your next language. If it's just 1 minute, doesn't matter. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1 is, what do I actually want to say and in which context? I give you an example. If you are studying words on making an appointment with somebody, now you first of all need to say, okay, my next appointment, what would I want to say? What is typically my way of talking? What is what I would say? So in that situation, imagine what you would normally say. Then number 2 is try to put that into very easy words in the new language and kind of imagine yourself in that situation. Okay, if I say this normally, how would I say it in the new language? And then speak it out for yourself before you even write it. So, for example, vocabulary on doing an appointment in Spanish, for example, I have learned by imagine every time I had a dentist appointment or like a medical appointment, I said to myself in the car going there, okay, if I was in the same situation now in a Spanish speaking context, what would I say? And so I then realized, oh, I haven't got all the words of what I would normally say. I looked up on my tool on my phone what would be the phrase, and then while I was sitting in the waiting room, I was actually I was talking very silently to myself. Depends on who else is there in the waiting room, you know the situation. But I was then trying to focus the rest of that day on these phrases to learn how to do an appointment in Spanish. And that helped me so much because my brain linked that to the situation of making an appointment, or even if you then go into your appointment with the dentist or medical staff, you can then have ready these kind of standard phrases. And for some of you who have watched already my first videos on archetype phrases, remember this is what I mean by archetype phrases. It's kind of social situations always happen by standard phrases at the beginning. So you have standard phrases ready that you would say in your mother tongue, and these you need to study in the new language. So whatever vocabulary is there in your, I don't know, in your online lectures, in your books, you need to transform that by asking yourself always these questions. So number one, what would I normally say? In which social context? What would I say in my mother tongue? And then what is an easy way in the new language to say it? And as always, let me know in the comments how you deal with that and how that helps you, because I realize I'm just going so much quicker because my brain then recalls by social situation. Okay, that's all for today. Let me know, as always, your experiences. Which languages are you studying? I want to build a community that allows to help each other. So your experiences really matter. Let me know in the comments. See you next time. Thank you for watching.